Yeah, here's my 1989 Kawasaki Jetmate project I've been working on. I put a Zxi 900 engine. You can see here the wiring, and I'm still adjusting the wiring and all that. But you can see I had to cut this out to get it to fit. The original motor that was in it had a smaller tub area, so I had to actually cut it and invert it and glass it in there to get the ZXI motor to fit. But you can see I used a stock pipe. No water box. I had to actually trim the inner tub area to fit the pipe. So, and I had also put in a larger exhaust diameter here so that it can accommodate and allow it to flow. So it's just going to be baffled with the water. So I'll add another jet in there of water to see if it's too loud. So you can see the paint that I got on here. It's just custom colors by TCB Global. They sell paint that they use candy. I just decided just to use the silver sparkling, and then this holographic stuff is just microprism holographic flake that I put in the clear, so you can see. So I got these are candy painted, they're not anodized, so I used candy paint to paint this. I got to touch this up a little bit. Put in the rub rails, you can see here. So I'm still working on the project, so hopefully wrap it up by this Easter. Gotta mount the hardware back on here, and I also had a navigation light up here too, so I'm legal in darker hours. So, and the other thing that I did on the modification is put in a chime. This is big with Jetmates. You have to actually, if you don't want to get wet, what happens is the water splashes up and then sprays you. So this deflects the water downward. You can see it's just it's a small one, but it's very effective. So I basically built it out of wood and Bondo and fiberglass, so, and it works, it does the job. So anyways, see the other modifications on here. You can see I'm using the ZXI gauges here, so I'll have but I took away the trim and I'm adding a temperature gauge, so I'm going to put on number 3, so we'll see. But you can see what I did is I took the ZXI plastic and I used a heat gun and melted it out and cut it. You can see here how I have it slit, so I'm going to mount this on a board that I fiberglassed resin, and I'm going to upholster, so this is going to bolt into it. So the wires I basically just ran here. I cut a hole and it's just going to go underneath the carpet, so I'll keep it hid. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, the ZXI gas pump, or not gas pump, but the ZXI adjustable reservoir on and off. I got mounted on here on the Jetmate, and then I use the sensor here so I can have a fuel measurement of where my gas is. This is an 8-gallon tank, and so yeah, 8 gallons. So I wanted to know what my fuel was without actually having to open the seat up and look. And then the other modification I did to my Jetmate is I used a ZXI pump here. Actually not the pump, but the 650 pump, which I bored out and blueprinted, but I used the nozzle from the ZXI, which has a trim up and down. So I don't know if you can see how high that goes. It's almost gonna put out a nice little rooster there, and while maintaining the reverse of this jet ski, so I can have, or the Jetmate, so I can have reverse. So as you can see, and then the other thing is I added the speedometer sensor here, so I can get somewhat of an idea of where I'm at. I'll have to compare it with GPS, but anyways, gives you an idea. Here on the back you can see the custom candied handles that I put in. So, and yeah, that's basically it. I got a Rule 1100 that I put in here. So I custom fabbed it. This bracket I had laying around for the Rule. But anyways, the speedometer cable I actually drilled and tapped through the hole, so you can see it's coming through here. So that's the speedometer sensor wires. Then I'm keeping the stock plugs, the stock carbs. And you can see I'm using the R&D high compression, not the middle one. I can't remember the compression, but it should be about 135 PSIs per cylinder. We'll see. I'll let you know what that is. And then of course the Cdi Box I mounted up front here. So I mounted it to the case here, And then I built these, fabricated these stainless steel brackets to mount here. I got 3 of them, so that because it's going to take a beating bouncing. So the only other places is where I'm going to put the battery. I think I might mount it right here. If it'll fit, I'll go to AutoZone and see what I can find. Or I may put it back here, but I still want that for storage. So, and you can see the carpeting I have there. I'm going to put a upholstered rail here that I built to kind of conceal this all the way up front too. So, and we'll have an opportunity to make it look real custom and then get the upholstery done. So this is what I got so far on my project. I got total time probably about 3 weeks in it. Pretty solid. I got to rub the clear out and polish it, so I still haven't wet sanded and buffed the clear out, but it's pretty shiny from the gun as is. So anyways, I thought you guys would appreciate the project here. I just thought I'd take a video to show you where we're at.